Hello everybody, Kris Gethin here and welcome to the Caged Kitchen cooking series where we are today going to have some really tasty, healthy, high protein waffles while we're in lockdown. Lockdown ain't so bad when you can do something healthy and nutritious like this for breakfast. You can actually have it anytime, whenever you've got a craving. This is badass. This is badass. Okay, so these are the ingredients that you're going to need. I've got a couple of eggs here. I got one banana. I got some olive oil spray because we don't want that bad boy to stick. We have some gluten-free flour. Got some probiotic cottage cheese here, but you can have any cottage cheese. And some almond milk and the coffee latte isolate. So sometimes we use the vanilla, sometimes we use the cinnamon. Cinnamon bun is phenomenal in here, but we both wanted cafe latte today, and this is actually on sale at the moment on cagemuscle.com. Cafe latte and cinnamon bun, so check it out. So I'm gonna mix all the ingredients in here. Let's start off with the isolate. Okay, so I'm just gonna put one scoop. One full scoop. If you put too much protein in there, it will dry it out a little bit. So if you put 2 scoops, you may have to put more bananas in, more cottage cheese. Okay, and let's throw the banana in. Would you like a whole banana in here?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Okay, let's put the whole banana in. Now, if you're on a fat loss diet, I'd suggest that you don't put the banana in. It does moisten it a little bit, but obviously probably in that size banana, you've probably got about 15 grams of sugar from fructose. If you're on a fat loss diet, you obviously want to make sure that you're in a calorie deficit. And then I'm gonna put half a cup of flour.
I can do maybe like a cup.
Oh, someone's hungry today.
Yeah, let's make a couple.
You're hungry. Okay, then 2 half cups. I think that adds to a cup.
I'm doing my math around here.
Okay, and I'll put like half a cup of cottage cheese in here.
Guys, Kris is just making this recipe up.
Hey, you'll lead it. You'll lead it. So we're getting a couple of different forms of protein from a dairy source of the cottage cheese and from the protein isolate. And remember, the isolates are naturally colored and naturally flavored, and it also has the pro-hydrolyze enzyme in it that helps break it down into a smaller peptide, so it's easier to digest, and it has very, very low lactose in it. Okay, so I've got, I think, all the ingredients, and then you've got to make sure that you check the temperature. I'm just kidding, I'm just joking. And then I'm going to spray this ready. That is already preheated, by the way, that waffle maker. And let me move this crap. And then what we're going to do, if you don't have one of these KitchenAids, that's okay. You can actually just, whisk it up. But I'm posh, so I've got one of these bad boys. And then what I'm going to do is add a little bit of milk to this as we go. So it shouldn't be too runny. However, it shouldn't be too thick, as Sunshine tells me. So I'm just going to add a little bit as we go. It's a little bit thick at the moment. Let me speed this up. Okay, still a little thick. I'll add a little more there. I think that's perfect. Thank you. There's a spatula we prepared earlier. So I'm going to let that mix for a good minute or so because I don't want it to have too many lumps in there. Sometimes what I like to do, I like to put some nuts in the waffle. You can have it on top as well, but I just like to have a little bit of crunch. So, this is like a nurturing breakfast with the dairy in it, but I like to have a little bit of anger. So I'll sometimes throw some nuts in there as well to get some healthy fats. But at the moment, it's mostly protein, carbohydrates, and the fats are coming from the egg yolks today. So again, if you're on a fat loss diet, maybe you just want to put about 3 to 4 egg whites in there and not have the yolks, because obviously it's a healthy fat, but if you're going to be in a calorie deficit, then it'll be easier to remove those yolks. What do you think there, Sunshine? Do you think that's a little too thick?
It's a little too thick.
Add a little more milk?
We just need to do something like this.
Well, it's all getting in there.
Scrape it. I think it's the banana, actually. Yeah, it's probably the banana.
Put a bit more milk in there then.
Maybe a little more milk. It's okay if the clumps are the banana. That's fine.
Yeah, banana clumps, they're good.
Yeah.
And mix that. I tell you what, the banana mixed with a cafe latte
Oh, yeah.
is friggin' badass. It really does go well together. So I'm just going to a little splash.
A little splash.
In there. What do you think? Is that better consistency? Okay. I think that'll do. And voila. Okay, so lower that down. I'm just gonna. There we go. All right. Let's see how this goes. All right, so pour it in the middle and it will automatically go out towards the edges, and that'll be enough. That'll be plenty. That'll be quite a thick waffle. So, where's the spatula? Just spread it just a little bit. Okay, we'll close that bad boy. All right, so we'll let that cook for a few minutes. We'll turn it over as well and peel that out, and then we'll have our first waffle. Now, there's different toppings that you can put on here. Sometimes I use the casein, so I'll mix the casein into like a thick pudding, like I'll get the vanilla or chocolate, whatever, and I'll use that as my topping. You can also use syrup, you can use honey, dependent on where you are in your diet. Obviously, if you're muscle building, you can put peanut butter on there. That's absolutely fine, or almond butter. Make sure it's organic or natural. But if you're on a fat loss diet, casein is perfect. All right, so that's been about, I'd say 4 minutes, 3 or 4 minutes. Yeah, look at that. So let's peel that bad boy out. Voila. And then we can add our toppings. So like I said, you can put some nuts on here. I've got some blueberries. Sybil doesn't like too many blueberries, so we throw them on there. And then a few chopped nuts. You want some nuts? Yeah? Okay. Look at that. I'm tough. Who could squeeze and break nuts in their hands like that?
Hope your hands are clean.
No. Well, actually, I did clean them sometime this month. And then I have some organic sugar-free maple syrup that we will drizzle, whoops, on the waffle if possible. And then the best bit we get to taste. Wow, the banana with coffee latte is phenomenal. Really, really nice. You want to try some? Oops.
Oh, that's good.
What do you think? See, you wouldn't even need topping on there.
No.
It is that moist from the banana and the cottage cheese. I could have actually put some more protein in there. But anyway, it's really good. So remember, guys, that coffee latte and a cinnamon bun is on sale at the moment on cagemuscle.com. So check it out and get creative in quarantine.